Hello folks, it's unboxing time. So today's unboxing knife is this cold steel machete. Let's get you a close-up view of this. Got a little engraving on it. It's getting washed out by the light. And let's check side 2. Cool little stars and bars pattern there. Today we're unboxing the Wecreat Vision 40-watt laser, as well as the conveyor system that goes with that, and it also comes with the rotary. So let's just get into the unboxing and go through this step by step, revealing what's in the box and the setup process to get it up and running. Alright, we have stickers on the top that say laser bed inside and keep the packaging materials. Alright, I took the foam off the top of the machine. Here you'll see where it says laser bed inside. So here are the 2 grates. Those are nice grates. Very nice. A cool knife blade bed. Here's a board that has a sticker on it that says for camera calibration only. The bottom of the foam is the crumb tray. That was the bottom of the box. Okay, something I want everybody to know is that I have not did my homework on this laser. I want to get as much of a new user experience as possible. But let's go ahead and do a peel. That was very appealing. Just gotta get the tape off. First part says laser head connection wire. Test card. Another photo. Test card. User manual. More foam. It is packaged in there tight. Pack this box first. We have air assist. Connection. Pump. Oh wow. And then this side we have rotary, and the back support for the rotary. Here we have a bag of tools, antenna for Wi-Fi, on-the-go adapter, USB cord, duct flange, and screwdriver. Alright, and in the flaps we have the power cord, and exhaust hose. Now all those are empty. So there's 3-inch exhaust hose, tools, power adapter, duct adapter, screwdriver, toolkit, antenna. One of the coolest little rotaries I've ever saw. Very simple. That will be interesting to try out. Then here's the support for the rotary. So if you have a longer item, support the back of it. Air assist hose, air assist pump. Give you a view from this angle. You can see there's all kinds of foam in here. Okay, we'll see at the back of the machine we have the air assist power plug, air assist inlet, on off switch, a power cable, and USB cable, and the antenna. First thing we'll do is attach the antenna. Right, that one's actually going to stay in place. Before I go any further, I want to introduce what's in the tool bag. We have a little bit driver. It's like some grease, tape measure, different jaws for the rotary, there is the chuck, the key for the rotary chuck, a little wrench, a level, spare parts, some wire, connectors, there's the third jaw, and then we have our nuts that should be for our exhaust. And I will use the handy wrench that they supplied to tighten the nuts. This does have a foam backer on it, and it's cut out so that it's the foam backer sits flush right up against the case. Next, we'll plug in the air assist and then connect it to power. Damn, I just stepped on my favorite pair of glasses. Alright, I've got the exhaust rigged up. We're ready to turn this thing on. It should rise up in the air so we can remove the packaging. Alright, now our crumb tray is in place. There we go. Now we just need to grab the software. So let's do that. We're going to go to the Wecreat website and then go to software. I'm going to download for Windows. We'll save that. I'm going to download the lightburn configuration file while I'm here. All right, that is just about done. Finished now. Let's go ahead and install it. It's installed, so let's run it. Welcome to the beginner's guide. Please follow my lead to start your first project. Again, I do not have a Wecreat account, so I will get that set up. Here's where we actually load our files. The laser flat, cylindrical, auto pass-through. We're on to our next step, which is plugging in the USB. All right, now that we've got it plugged into USB, we are getting a USB driver is not installed, so we're going to install the driver. And let's see where we're at. There it is. We do have activate premium membership. About that later. All right, it did detect this the 40 watt, and I think that looks good. Now we can go to settings, and we can turn on Wi-Fi. All right, so now it is also connected to Wi-Fi. Idle mode, lower the device to the bottom. So if we click that, it should lower. Transportation mode, here's where we do our camera calibration, which we'll probably want to do that again on that piece of wood supplied. Let's start calibration yet because I want to see how well it's calibrated direct from the factory. And there is our scrap wood. So let's just do some text. Hello, it's already there. Perfect. And then let's see, fill engrave. Okay, we got that. Let's say we want it to be, so we can actually preview. This is cherry wood setting. So if I want to change this to wood, balsa wood, let's just change it to basswood. Click on that layer, and then that'll bring our settings back up. Let's say I want it dark. Okay, there we go. It's just going to automatically load that speed and power setting. And we can go ahead and start it. Let's see what happens. Give me a warning that I didn't initiate autofocus. So I guess I need to autofocus first. It doesn't autofocus. All right, I'm gonna click autofocus again because I missed that on camera. So it is raising. There you can see it's raised, and it's gonna head to the material position and then lower and autofocus. All right, it is now autofocused, so let's start it. So it sent the job to the laser. Now it says I need to press this button to start processing. All right, it is done. You can see there. Let's go back to the screen overlay, the complete, and then I'm going to hit refresh. And that camera is pretty close. It needs adjusted just a little bit. But overall, that's not bad straight out of the box. Okay. Very cool. So I thought this was pretty neat. When you click on your layer, the fact that you can use they call it the quick view matrix. So you basically just click on one of these material test squares, and that will give you the approximate engrave that you're looking at for the particular material that you're using. Let's pull this piece of wood out of the box and see how close it came to the setting that I picked. I believe it was this one. That actually looks pretty darn close. Microfiber it. Yeah, that looks good. Sorry about what I picked. Different type of wood, but it was close enough that you had a pretty close result. Let's check out its cutting ability. Then let's close the lid and refresh it again. All right, I'm going to move it over here. I'm going to put cut, and it looks like there's already a setting in there. I'm just going to leave that where it is, hit the autofocus. It is autofocusing again. And then press the button. It is raising up again. Here it goes. So the camera was pretty well lined up, given it came direct from the manufacturer and shipped, and it's not too bad. It was just a little bit off, but the cuts look good. The engrave looks good. Just for initial test and having not used this laser before. So yeah, this is a good unboxing. It went well. See the camera. Here is the manual. It says to keep the packing materials, because looking at the product, it looked like there were a lot of pieces. And there are. All right, so you can see all these pieces. This is the bottom piece, bottom packaging that was in the box. So this has the main conveyor system, it looks like, with the motors, cables, clips, clamps, aluminum sheets. Then these were stacked on top. Part of the frame. And then these rails were on top of that. So that's how it was packaged in the box. Now I'm going to go ahead and assemble this. Get that done off camera. All right, I have a piece of plywood loaded into the Wecreat Vision 40. And I'm going to switch you over to the Wecreat software. I'm going to start a new project. I'm going to hit autofocus. Ooh, I need to put something on the canvas first. So draw a circle. Autofocus. All right, it did autofocus and home itself. So I'm going to refresh. I'm going to delete that. I'm going to import. I'm going to import one of my 50 state flags, or 50 state line drawings.
Those are available on my website. But we're going to cut this out. So let's move it down here. We'll engrave it. So we do have 9mm cherry selected. The birch plywood that we have, basswood, is more comparable. So now let's select that layer again. Then we can look here, and this is more comparable to the birch plywood. So now we have that setting loaded in there for us. And then the red, it's going to be cut. So we'll just use the cut setting that's already in there. At this point, we should be ready to start this job. It should tell me to hit the button on the front of the laser to start processing. All right. So this is going to take about 8 minutes or so. We'll fast forward through it, and then you'll be able to see the result. And here you see our engrave. It looks very good. This, I didn't clean it. I just took it right out of the laser and brought it over to the camera. So not too bad. This is the first real project I've tried, other than the first few cuts and burns just to make sure everything was good. But yeah, that looks really good.
Now, a couple things to note about this particular laser is with the Wecreat software, you can use that quick view matrix that I showed, where you pop up the material on the screen and then you can select the shade or desired engraving effect that you want. Click that and it loads it into the software automatically for that particular layer. So that is very handy. Interested to play around more with that and see how it works. As far as I know, this is the only laser that lifts itself up and down, because that enclosure is all metal, and then it raises and lowers to autofocus to the material. So you have a pretty wide range of depth of material that you could actually engrave, which I think it's more than some of the manual focus lasers that you have to turn a knob and then turn a knob or move up and down. It's got a pretty good depth there. It's almost 4 inches. So I think you get at least about 4 inches of engraving room. So it is a metal enclosure, so that's good. Acrylic plexiglass lid with the laser safe plastic. And I did see that CNET even rated it safe for schools due to it being an all metal enclosure and with the metal crumb tray and metal sides. So that's pretty cool benefit that they got going on there. So the 40-watt version that I have here sells for, I think, $15.99. Followers will get a $120 coupon. So if you're interested in one of these, you can get a little discount. I'll put a link in the description and the coupon down below. So that would give you a little bit of savings off of that. I am looking forward to testing out the rotary. This is supposed to be a zero calibration rotary where you just plug it in and it works. So we'll see about that. I'll test that in a later video. And then, of course, I have the auto feeder that you saw unboxed, and we'll be testing that out as well and see how it works. It's funny because I do have a project that I needed to do on the big CO2. It's about a 3-foot long board, and I'm thinking I might just run it through the auto feeder and see how it does on this laser. And if it works, then I'll be super happy to not have to use my cheap Chinese CO2 that doesn't, it works, but it's just a pain in the butt sometimes. And I did see that Wecreat also has a 2-watt IR module for this laser. I personally wouldn't use one because I have fiber lasers and a UV laser, but if you don't have those, that could be an add-on that you could use to do some metal engraving. All right, so in summary, we have this auto lifting laser that you don't need legs for or anything else. If you take the laser bed out, it'll go up to 5.5 inches. That's the number I was looking for earlier. So without the laser bed, you get 5.5 inches. So that's not bad. It does both speeds up to 600 millimeters per second, which is 36,000 millimeters per minute. So that is pretty speedy. It is 40 watts, so you should be able to press the limits of those speeds and still get some engravings done depending on your material. I like to run it at a high speed in line mode and just see how it does, doing some intricate details, but I'll test that out later. I'm also going to run a couple basic projects and come back with a full review rather than just an unboxing. Autofocus is nice. The camera seems like it's working well. I think I do need to calibrate it to get it dialed in just a little further, but it was almost on point right out of the box. Looking forward to testing the rotary out, being that it is a 0 calibration rotary. The jaws on the rotary are soft. They're like a plastic with a soft coating, so they seem really nice. This is just a really simple mechanism, and basically it just attaches right to you just bolt it right to the side of the inside of the case, and you're ready to go. Now it's pre-wired with all the necessary pins. It looks like it's a 6-pin. What else? Oh, also I have the auto feeder that I'm looking forward to trying out, which I explained a little bit ago. Oh, and as you saw from the Wecreat software, let me go back over. In this Discover menu, they actually have projects that you can download and cut out. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to pick a couple of these projects and cut them out and see how it works. So they have lots of cool designs built within the software. It kind of reminds me of like the Bamboo software where you could go to Maker World. So this is Wecreat Make It. I think I covered everything that came out of the boxes. If you have any questions, please leave a comment down below. I'll work through more testing with this laser and see how it goes and get a review. So I think that sums up this laser. Good unboxing, everything worked. I do want to try out the app on the phone. We'll do that in the review episode. So stay tuned. I'll have a full review episode for this laser covering some projects I'm going to make today, the phone app, the auto pass-through conveyor, and general performance. And we'll see how it does and see how it compares to other machines I have sitting around here. But that's it for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you, patrons and channel members. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And most important, everyone, have a great day, and I will see you in the next one.